Muppets theme because that's how every Tranny Shack started, was with the theme from the Muppets. So if you're over there, you get that reference. So hi everybody. Hi, I'm Nancy French. Hi. This bitch. So I'm Heclina, if you don't know me, because, anyway. I'm Heclina's friend, colleague, producing partner, neighbor, Gemini birthday twin, and now executor of her trust. In 2019, we both bought our first homes here in the Cathedral City Cove. Yeah. 9 houses apart, and we moved here from San Francisco and planned to get old together. During and after the pandemic, a lot more of our San Francisco friends joined us and followed us, and a lot of them are here today, and they've been a huge support to me for the last 10 weeks, and I love you, thank you. I feel like this is a very a healing place in the desert, so it's been just a nice place to be, and it's where we wanted to be here anyway. So I get to be here. Shortly after Heclina died, Jayla D. Fox and Leanne Rogers messaged me and said, we need to do a memorial down here. And I was pretty overwhelmed at the time, doing a memorial up in San Francisco where we closed down Castro Street. And yeah, it was a big thing. It was a good distraction, but it was a big thing. But anyway, we had June 10th reserved here anyway at the Cultural Center to do another movie thing like we did Romy and Michelle a few months ago, and we were going to do another one anyway. So I asked the wonderful people here, can we just move that? How about we move it to the 17th? Because June 17th is my birthday too, and I just didn't know, what else am I going to do on my birthday this year? Thanks. Woo! Thanks. Want to say thank you to Lauren, Eric, and Michael here at the Cultural Center because they let us just move it and they graciously gave me the space. And I knew I didn't want another heavy event, so I immediately thought, oh my God, the roast. We need to show the roast because I was at the roast and it's hilarious and I want to see it on the big screen. And for those of you who don't know her, it's a really good way to get to know her and how we make fun of her. So that's why that's the big screening here today. And it's pretty special to see it on the big screen. Okay, so if you knew Heclina, you knew she was rarely quiet. If she was quiet, it was probably not a good sign. So a basic moment of silence isn't going to really do it because it's too basic and she would hate it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick moment of silence just to kind of reflect and remember. And then we are going to finish that with her villainous laugh. We are going to all laugh together and join in with Heclina's heinous, devilish, atrocious, malicious, vicious, enormous cackle. Because it's kind of her trademark. You can even download it as a ringtone on your phone. So let's just take a deep breath and remember the time she spent on this stage, Theater 3, and every stage she's been on, and how those times impacted us personally, and how it also impacted the world, the queer world, the drag world, and just, she fucked some shit up in the world, and let's give it up for that. So deep breath in, and breathe in this love, this community, and breathe out the grief. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I feel like that broke the ice. Yes, thank you. And of course, today's her birthday, and it's my birthday, and we both share the birthday, and we both hate birthdays. So every year, it's like, what are we gonna do? Ugh, who can we make throw a party for us so we don't have to clean up and cook? And 2 years ago, that was Mark Eustace. Thanks, Mark. So we always spent our birthdays together. It's sort of why I got this tattoo of 6/17, because that's our birthday, and the 1/7 are in her handwriting, and the 6 is in my handwriting. And I got the 1/7 in her handwriting from a receipt, which is pretty fitting. So anyway, I got that a couple of weeks ago. So just to get it out of the way, we're going to sing happy birthday real quick, but she and I both had this thing when our friend Tom Orr came up with this in San Francisco. Every time people sing happy birthday, it's always a funeral dirge, which is kind of fitting, but we're not going to do it. Happy birthday. We're going to do it triple time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hecline and Nancy. Happy birthday to you. So I'm the world to do it that fast from now on, please. Okay, so my life now will be before Heclina died and after Heclina died. She's here in this purse. I split her ashes 4 ways with her mom and other people in her family, and I got 1/4 of it, so she's skinny now. This purse was in her luggage that she took to London where she died, and no, we don't know the cause of death. I'm not keeping secrets. I'm not lying. England has not told us. It's an open investigation. When I know, you'll know. I just know that's an ongoing question that I get every day. But anyway, she did have this purse in her luggage, and so it was a convenient place to put her ashes, my portion anyway. And so someone handed me this at the memorial in San Francisco, and I figured I'm just gonna bring her here too, because you know she's a good accessory. It's so weird. It's so weird. But anyway, since she's died, we're all gonna have to fill that giant gaping hole that she has left in our community, in our life. And for me, it will be filled by the people who've been helping me these past 10.5 weeks. And I'll say some thank yous later and I'll put them on the screen. But if you've helped, you know who you are. I thank you and I love you. I'd like to invite one of Heclina and my favorite local drag queens. She needs no introduction, but I'm going to stretch one out while we get her up the stairs. We met her when I went to Trunks, and then I was like, Heclina, you have to come and see this queen and see this show at this place. Oh my God, it's right down the street and it's amazing. And so we just felt like we had found our drag home in the desert, and you always made us feel so special with your calling us dignitaries when you welcome us every week, and we love you. And I've also, for this occasion, I've given Anita one of Heclina's wigs. Welcome, Anita Treadmill!
Thank you, Nancy. Well, happy birthday, Nance. I had flowers for her, but they all kind of like look me, like that today. So I'll have to give you, it's like a wilted penis. It's, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to, real quick, Nancy said about Heclina. She came to our show at Trunks for 4.5 years that we were there. And one time, let me catch my breath. Ooh, these tits are heavy. And this wig. Do I look like her? A little bit. Anyway, her and I came up with this deal that we're going to have San Francisco Invasion come to Trunks. And we had Nancy, we had Heclina, we had Manacheka, Tapata, Dusty Porn, and Keho, and then we have Gasolina too, right? Gasolina. But anyway, it was good. We had a great show, and the San Francisco girls came in and rocked the world. So anyway, but the one I'm going to introduce now is going to rock the world with you. Let me tell you, if you haven't had Italian food, go to motherfucker Checker's house. Yeah. Her food is, you can tell it's good. But anyway, put your hands together, give a warm welcome to my dear friend who does everything for me. I mean, bitch, you're not going on stage looking like that. You gotta do this. Yes, Mama Chuck. Anyway, put your hands together for Mama Chucka.
A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, ready, rock.
my goodness, give it up one more time for Mother Chukka! Oh my goodness, what an honor to be here. My name is Vanity Halston. And hi everybody! Now I'm gonna make this, try to make this short and sweet. But I remember when I first started doing drag over 20 years ago, I remember reading articles and seeing videos of Heklina and Peaches and everybody in San Francisco, and just being like, that's what I want to be a part of. That's what drag is, and that is what, you know, that's the legacy that I want to be a part of. And I was very fortunate that when Heklina moved to Palm Springs, she invited me to be a part of a couple of her shows, and I said, yes, I finally made it, because she has no other options. And so, yeah. But I took what I could get. I took what I could get, absolutely. But, you know, but I met some amazing people because of her, like Nancy and Mario and Ned and Devin and everybody. And so it's been a great honor to be a part of this. And I would have not have met them and been able to work with them if it was not for somebody like Heklina. And so this next person, who I actually knew before I met Heklina, and it's a great honor to be able to introduce her for you guys tonight. She was Heklina's friend, probably, maybe, but she's definitely a very outspoken person online. And put your hands together for my friend, yours, and Heklina's Miss Moni Stats!
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn and start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good's omitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Life is a cabaret, old chum. So come to the cabaret. Have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay.
Let's make some noise for Monistat! Good to see you, Monistat. You guys, let's make some noise for all the performers and presenters and Nancy. We love you, Nancy. Thank you so much for doing this. I missed the one in San Francisco, so finally I could fucking be here. Let's do this. It's an honor to be here to celebrate our sister, Heklina. We love you, babe. You know, a lot of people said Heklina was a dirty whore. Yeah, that's all. Loyal, humble, honest, and generous. That's enough about me. I'm supposed to be talking about Heklina, aren't I? Look, Heklina may not have been the prettiest drag queen out there, but she was also a terrible singer. Oh, Heklina. She died so young. But she did look very old. I'll never forget the first time I met Heklina. But I will keep trying. Should I cut that one for the next funeral? You know, I was gonna make a joke about what a slut she was. But you know, all these stereotypes of gay men being promiscuous, it's actually kind of offensive. And the thousands of men I've slept with would agree with that. Now, Heklina changed the culture. Tranny Shack was a game changer. Hands down, some of the greatest times of my life were in San Francisco at Tranny Shack. Heklina and that party brought my gay ass to San Francisco more than any other city in the world. She gave a stage to so many brilliant and unhinged queens. It was always high concept, heavy with props. The music was so much fucking better than most drag shows. It was just sick, twisted, inappropriate, gorgeous, brilliant. Everything I love about drag was Tranny Shack and Heklina. It was fearless and intimidating and unapologetic. Just like her. You really can't quantify the ripple effect that Tranny Shack had on the queer and the drag community that Heklina had. And to see all the public love and support this country has shown her recently is a testament to that. I wish she could have seen this. She would have been blown away. To see what kind of an effect she had on the world, to think of the magnitude of queens that she gave that stage to is unparalleled, really. And she was an incredible host. She was a mother to so many freaks, and she ruled with an iron fist. Always grounded, always dry, and that adorable cackle will not soon be forgotten. She was just a great host. A terrible performer, but a great host. You know, I think I took it for granted how important she was to me. It wasn't until she was gone that I realized she was one of the reasons I moved out here to the desert. That, I gotta keep it together. That friendships like hers are rare and special. It takes years to cultivate these types of bonds. You know, we knew each other really well. She's the kind of friend you could say absolutely any fucked up thing to, and she'd just be like, what? You know, we need those kinds of friends. I miss her. And now I gotta figure out what life is gonna look like without Heklina. You know, I thought we'd be doing a bunch of these campy shows out here, probably on this very stage. It sucks. Heklina was the reason so many of us are connected, you know? She brought people together through all of her productions and her shenanigans. But I always told her that I loved her. Even when she didn't say it back, I said it. Even when she was in a mood, which was often, I said it. And you should all do that with the people you care about, because some bullshit like this will happen and throw y'all for a loop. So I love you, bitch.
All right.
Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our final performance of the evening before the screenings. It is with great pleasure I introduce our next guest. Please welcome one of my dear friends. I absolutely fucking adore this person. He's an actor, he's a singer, a dancer, a drag superstar. He's portrayed Betty Davis, Joan Crawford, Katharine Hepburn, Susan Hayward, Mitzi Gaynor, Blanche Devereaux, and brought them all to life. Mr. Matthew Martin. And wait, we have another one. You may have masturbated to him. I mean, you may recognize him as our favorite porn daddy, Mr. Drew Sebastian. But Andy Clements is an actor, a dancer, a singer, and a chef. He's a man who has stolen our hearts with his charm and his package. Please welcome Matthew Martin and Andy Clements.
Is this way?
Good to see you, Matthew.
You too, Andy.
Did you rob my closet?
The way you wear your wigs.
The way you spill the tea.
With all your jokes and digs. No, they can't take that away from me.
The way your smile just beams.
The way you sing our key.
Just like that.
The way you haunt our dreams. Ah! No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always keep the memory of the way you twist the knife.
The way we laughed till 3.
What was that?
Oh.
The way you changed our lives. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always keep the memory of the way you twist the knife.
The way you twist the knife.
The way we laughed till 3.
Yeah, we laughed till 3.
The way you changed our lives. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. Thank you, honey. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday and happy birthday, Nancy.
Let's give it up for Andy Clements and Matthew Martin. Let's go, and I'm trying to get him moved here. So Matthew, thank you for coming.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppet on the Muppet Show tonight.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on